A season-long journey follows a path to greatness. A destination. A dream. A quest for excellence. It's your time. A time to compete for a place in Nebraska sports history. Great moments are earned here. Play like a champion. Welcome to the NSAA Boys State Basketball Championships on NET.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2014 NSAA Boys Basketball Championships. We kick off our evening section in Class C2, where Archbishop Bergan goes after a title against the Ainsworth Bulldogs. And hello again, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with Andy Markowski. John Schutz will be joining us momentarily. We've got a pretty good one here in Class C2. A couple of teams that like to play at a high tempo, but both teams have been a bit disappointed the last time they were at state, so both hungry for a state title here in 2014.
Yeah, and playing at an up-tempo they do. Both teams average into 70 points. Archbishop Bergan does it a little differently. They score inside and outside, but defensively, Bergan's going to have to do something that nobody in the state has done, and that's chase Ainsworth off the three-point line. Ainsworth has set the all-class record with 281 made threes, so Ainsworth is going to live and die by the three. For Ainsworth, not only is it three-point shooting, it's going to come down to rebounding against a bigger Bergan team as well.
Should be a good one here in Class C2. Ainsworth taking on Fremont Bergan. Archbishop Bergan coming up next right here on NET.
A few roundabout rules to remember. When you see the roundabout sign, slow down. Yield at the entrance, watching for other motorists and pedestrians. Roundabout traffic moves from left to right. Don't stop in the roundabout. Signal before you exit and then exit right. Roundabouts are easy to use and safer than a traditional four-way intersection, especially if you follow a few simple roundabout rules.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln, Nebraska. Lights are back on and ready for action here in the Class C2 State Championship. Archbishop Bergan at 23-3, taking on Ainsworth. And now for the introductions, let's go to our public address announcer. Here's Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska School Activities Association and its member schools welcome you to the 2014 NSAA State Basketball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its corporate partners, U.S. Bank, U.S. Cellular, Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, Farmers Mutual Insurance, Baden, Nebraska Orthopedic Sports Medicine, St. Elizabeth Regional Medical Center, Callum Photography, Cliff Keen, Max Preps, and Custom Sports. And now, to honor our flag and our country, please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem this afternoon will be Miss Carly Cabrera, a senior from Pawnee City High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that
Cabrera from Pawnee City High School. And now, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pinnacle Bank Arena for the Class C2 State Championship game. Today's game features the Archbishop Bergan Knights versus the Bulldogs of Ainsworth High School. And now, let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Archbishop Bergan Knights. Number 0, Cole Conrad. Number 3, Tanner Boggs. Number 5, Blake Diekman. Number 13, Will Kammerer. Number 15, Brian Wilmas. Number 21, JT Becerra. Number 22, Wes LaBelle. Number 44, Logan Boville. And number 55, Tyler Thompson. And now, the non-starters for the home team, the Ainsworth Bulldogs. Number 3, Rob Maxwell. Number 10, Austin Harthorn. Number 11, Zach Welch. Number 13, Matt Kovar. Number 21, Jaden Philbin. Number 22, Regan Temple. Number 25, Josh Finley. Number 33, Luke McLeod. Number 43, Ben Allen. And now, the starting lineup for the Archbishop Bergan Knights. A 6'1" senior, number 10, Nate Griffin. A 5'11" senior, number 24, Jonah Madsen. A 6'2" senior, number 34, Colton Bertico. A 6'8" senior, number 35, Ogby Thompson. And a 6'7" junior, number 42, Adam Dykeman. Assistant coaches for the Knights are Chad Swanson, Derek Melgoza, Zach Stoffer, Matt Slicer, and Chris Rainforth. The head coach for Bergan is Chris Paulson. And now, the starting lineup for the Ainsworth Bulldogs. A 6'2" senior, number 0, Tanner Fuelberg. A 5'10" junior, number 2, Hunter Martin. A 6'5" senior, number 5, Matthew McLeod. A 6'1" sophomore, number 23, Brady Delamont. And a 6' junior, number 31, Jake Wilkins. The volunteer assistant coach for the Bulldogs is Mike McLeod. The co-head coaches are Harlan Welch and Brian Delamont. Today's game officials are Randy Hagedorn, David Agee, and Larry Wells. The bench official is Andrew Carlson. And now, gentlemen, let's play basketball!
It's all ready to go here in Class C2. The Archbishop Bergan Knights taking on the Ainsworth Bulldogs. Archbishop Bergan comes in at 23-3. Ainsworth has only lost twice this year. They are 25-2. Ainsworth in the central north part of the state. Archbishop Bergan in Fremont. Just a quick 30-minute drive outside of Omaha. Ainsworth beat Battle Creek and Freeman to get here to this championship game. It was Archbishop Bergan knocking off Southern Valley and Doniphan Trumbull by 3 to get to the title game. As Andy said, both of these teams average better than 70 points a game. They do it in different ways, but up-tempo offenses. Both were expecting an exciting Class C2 championship game.
Yeah, Ainsworth hoping to build on that momentum of the semifinals. 16 made three-point field goals. Obviously, that confidence can move them into the finals. They need to make jump shots. I think Bergan has the advantage in the paint. It'll be interesting to see if Bergan can chase Ainsworth off of that three-point line with having more size. That those inside players are going to have to go out and defend the perimeter, which may be a little new for those players.
Ainsworth controls the tip, has first possession. There's McLeod with the dribble, kicks it outside. Bergan early extending that defense.
See Ainsworth, a non-traditional offense, playing a 5-out motion. No post players are in the lane. They're looking to dribble drive. If they can get to the basket like that, they'll take it. If not, if you help, they're going to look to kick out for the 3.
Aubrey Thompson with the rebound for Bergan. Archbishop Bergan out of Fremont, Nebraska. Head coach Chris Paulson in his 14th year. 3 on the way, got it. Colton Vertico.
Ainsworth a little nervous of Bergan's size. Starts in a 2-3 zone. Really nice start for Bergan, knocking them the open 3.
Good drive and take by Brady Delamont. Delamont fouled before the shot. Ainsworth will inbound from underneath the basket. McLeod with it, drives baseline. Looks for the open man in the corner. Tipped out off of Bergan. It will stay with the Bulldogs. Let's look at one of the co-head coaches for the Ainsworth Bulldogs. They are co-head coached by Harlan Welch, Brian Delamont.
You can see interesting matchups. Number 5, Matthew McLeod is the tallest player for Ainsworth, but Bergan has elected to go with the smaller defender on him, moving the post against 2 of the other perimeter players from Ainsworth. That's where scouting and strategy comes into play. With only 1 day to prepare.
3 on the way is off by Jacob Wilkins.
Coach Paulson commented that he really likes his team against zone. Very good open shooters.
Vertico's shot is off. Here comes Ainsworth. Delamont kicks it outside. 3 on the way by McLeod. And Matt McLeod knocks it down. 6'5" senior, averages 23 a game.
You can see how they utilize that penetration. More or less penetrating pitch for a 3, and you see Bergan, they're penetrating to get all the way to the basket and score. The different styles, but still both effectively offensively.
All 5 of the points by the Knights have come from Vertico. No shot. On the drive by Hunter Martin, they said the foul happened on the floor before the shot. Madsen called for the foul, second team foul early on Bergan.
Bergan's going to stay in their man-to-man defense. It's a team that shoots a lot of 3s. Obviously, you want to locate, contest, open shots.
3 is off by Delamont. The other way. The shot by Madsen, blocked. Ainsworth up the floor in a hurry. Drive, and the foul will be called on Colton Vertico, his first. The take by Matthew McLeod will put him at the line.
And that's the challenge of defending a 5-out motion. You don't want to help off the wings to take drives away, because Ainsworth wants you to help there, and they're going to kick for the 3. So you really have to do a good job of being able to guard your own, guard your yard, meaning I've got to keep Ainsworth in front But if they're allowed to drive, they're going to kick the threes if you help. If you don't help, they're going to get to the basket like they've done in this game, because Bergan has elected to stay out on shooters and try to guard you one-on-one versus helping.
Cloud knocks down both free throws, all even at 5. One player for both teams has scored all 5 of their points. Vertico for the Knights, McLeod for the Bulldogs. Good take, the left hand not there, put back up. McLeod again with the put back and a possible 3-point play for Matthew McLeod.
Here's a transition. Ainsworth wants to push it. No block out on the weak side, and credit McLeod. Always assume shots are missed. Get to the backboard.
Cole Conrad with the foul and also the rebound off the missed free throw. From the free throw line, the shot off, but he's fouled. Foul called on Jacob Wilkins.
Ainsworth isn't as deep as Archbishop Bergan, so it's important that you don't shoot threes against Ainsworth's zone. You will certainly want to get your post players involved where they have the size advantage. Maybe accumulate some foul trouble, get to the free throw line. Nice possession. Dykeman 6'7", certainly more of an inside presence than an outside, but he's a very good free throw shooter.
Dykeman knocks them both down. Good spin in the paint, the left hand, not good. Rebound by Vertico. And Bergan controls. Three, Madsen got it. Jonah Madsen with the three-pointer.
A really nice possession against the zone. Ball went inside. Ainsworth was forced to double, kicked out for the open three.
Shot by Tanner Fulberth. Fulberth with the three. All even at 10. Three the other way. Got it. Back and forth threes. Jonah Madsen. Bam! Wow! Matt McLeod with another three.
Now this is fun to watch. Both teams play with confidence.
Vertico's three on the way, off the back of the rim and out.
To make 281 threes, you knew Ainsworth was a good three-point shooting team, and we've seen that. Fortunately for Bergan, they've been able to answer those threes.
Ainsworth shooting 60% from outside the arc, all even at 13 here in the first.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Ever wish your bank were right at your fingertips?
Hey, honey, thanks for depositing that check for me today. Love you.
Love you too.
Love you more.
I love you way more.
You're the best.
You're way better.
You're my huggy bear.
In branch, online, on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry, U.S. Bank is there when you need us.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, and Ainsworth and Archbishop Bergan tied up at 13 apiece. You know, Ainsworth with a very unique situation of co-head coaches. But Harlan Welch told me yesterday it works for them. They know it wouldn't work for every team, but it works for them. Interestingly enough, neither one is an employee of the school. Harlan Welch is a probation officer. Brian Delamont works for the phone company. They say they're great friends. That's why it works for them. But Welch did admit with their 25-2 record, he's 25-0 on his decisions this season.
I want to know how John Schutz knows that he's a probation officer. That sounds like inside knowledge.
I'm surprised one hasn't taken credit as the offensive coordinator, though, with the amount of success they've had offensively.
Good take in the roll by Matthew McLeod. He's got 12 here early on.
Archbishop Bergan's going to have to find a matchup there. McLeod is really in rhythm, scoring not only from the 3, but on the drive and free throw line.
Jumper by Ogby Thompson. Taking the lay-in, Brady Delamont.
You can see that 5-out motion. Ainsworth does such a great job of using the dribble drive to create all their offense.
Travel called on Thompson. Checking into the game now for Bergan, Nate Griffin. Adam Dykeman also re-entering the game. There's Adam. Off the screen, kicks it outside. Ogby got his hands up. Here comes Griffin. He'll reset. Tanner Boggs into the game as well for Bergan.
Bergan's going to utilize that high-low.
And the dunk by Adam Dykeman. Good feed from Thompson.
A really nice job of getting that ball into the high post.
3 on the way is off. And a foul called on Jake Wilkins. That will be his second personal foul.
That's where Bergan can be effective against the Ainsworth zone with their size. Get in the foul line area. You always have the shot. And you look down to the low post player, and that time Dykeman with a strong finish.
Bertico back into the game now for the Knights.
Game's been playing at a high level, 6.5 minutes, and that's Ainsworth's first sub. So look at, they don't play a lot of players. I think they only go 7 deep.
Looked like an alley-oop try there from Bertico. The shot and the roll by Hunter Martin. All 5 of these Ainsworth athletic guys who aren't afraid to go hard to the basket.
Yeah, a lot of skill level.
Yeah.
Great pace with the dribble there and the transition. Saw the bump, able to maintain control. The key is to keep your eyes on the rim. Sometimes you take a bump and you kind of take your eye off target and you're not able to finish that play. Really good job of keeping his head on the rim, concentrating through the shot.
Boggs lost the ball in the drive, turned over. Here's McLeod with it. Good ball movement. 3-pointer by Tanner Fuelberg. That's his second 3-pointer.
Yeah, once again, penetration, not to get to the basket, but to find an open teammate. Executed to perfection.
Good drive. Dykeman goes to the basket and he's fouled. Foul will be on Matthew McLeod. First foul on McLeod. Knights go to the bench again. Back comes Cole Conrad along with Jonah Madsen.
I think it's important that Bergan doesn't fall into the trap of trying to outscore Ainsworth from the 3. Just stay the course. You do a really good job of executing this against the 2-3 zone. Work your size out of the high-low.
Inside, rebound to Dykeman. Dykeman travels on his way back up. Chris Paulson, 14th year on the bench for Bergan. Won the title back in 2008. Loses it, tips it ahead. Shot at the buzzer is off by McLeod. Exciting first period of action here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. The Bulldogs on top of the Knights by 5.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
This isn't the sweet corn that humans eat. It's the field corn that most Nebraska farmers grow. And it satisfies the appetite of a growing world by providing livestock feed, renewable fuel, bioplastics, and much more. You can't eat field corn, but the economic impact of the billion bushels that Nebraska farmers grow each year is still pretty darn sweet. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
But a reminder, you can watch the 2014 Nebraska High School Boys Championships on your computer, on your tablet, or your smartphone at netnebraska.org/sports, or you can download our new app, and that's at netnebraska.org/apps. And tell you, if you haven't seen the new app, it is a lot of content, very user-friendly. You got to download that.
Definitely. We certainly didn't oversell the offense in this game. 39 first quarter points. Both teams playing at a high level. Ainsworth certainly was built on that 16-3 performance in the semifinals.
Rebound by Dykeman off the Vertico miss. It will stay with Bergan. Bounce pass down low. Good move on the baseline by Dykeman, and Dykeman puts it in for 2. Knights back to within 3 now. 7:30 to go.
Excuse me, Larry. Really nice play by Madsen. Used the shot fake to be able to get inside the zone, create an opportunity for a teammate.
Terrific take by Delamont. Brady Delamont with another 2. Just don't waste any time on the offensive end. Good rebound by Cole Conrad. Back up strong for the future Nebraska football walk-on. And a charge called on Delamont. Delamont picks up his first personal foul.
Really nice defensive play, anticipating. Bergan has elected to kind of leave their perimeter defenders on an island, not giving a lot of help to the dribble drive. Time, proper position. Did a great job accepting the charge.
Griffin kicks it outside. Madsen's 3. Again, Madsen with a 3-pointer. He's 3 for 3 outside the arc. 44% three-point shooter on the year. Good drive and a take by Matthew McLeod.
McLeod's showing you his versatility. Not only can he shoot threes, just a little floater, hit mid-range shots as well as gotten all the way to the basket.
Vertico will step back out and reset. In the middle, good feed. Put back by Dykeman off the miss by Conrad. And now even at 26. Three-pointer on the way. Off by Wilkins. Rebound Dykeman. Griffin with it, kicks outside. Madsen off that time. Good take to the basket. Delamont with the bucket. Delamont has 4. Right back comes Nate Griffin. Up and down action here. 5.5 to go before half, all even at 28. Hunter Martin. And the push will be called on Jonah Madsen. Madsen picks up his second personal foul. And wholesale changes coming for Bergan.
You see Coach Paulson's strategy is maybe play a little bit more players, trying to match the tempo. Ainsworth not quite as deep. Typically only plays 7 players, so you hope conditioning, certainly in the third day. Does that matter late games? I think in the Beatrice game earlier, I thought fatigue played a part. Got to develop a strategy as a coaching staff and stay to it. Hopefully it's the right plan to win a state title.
Aubrey Thompson back in there along with Logan Beauville. A left-handed missed. Bergan the other way. Will Kammerer also into the game at the top. Rebound by Martin off the miss by Thompson. Gilbert with another take. Good shot fake, got him up in the air and went right to the basket.
And those are the matchups we were talking about. Bergan's size, their post players are having to go out on the perimeter to defend Ainsworth 5-out motion. Maybe only 1 or 2 games a year do you find yourself out on the perimeter having to defend a smaller player. Ainsworth has taken advantage of that. Bergan has taken advantage of their size on the other end. In the high-low against the zone. Also have 6 offensive rebounds already in this game.
Good strong take by Logan Beauville. Beauville, the 6'1" forward junior. McLeod's shot is good. McLeod with 16 points here in the first half. With the depth of Bergan, does this pace favor either team?
Yeah, I think anytime you're a deeper team, you have advantages. However, Ainsworth offensively is playing with such a comfort. They're able to pick the matchup that they want. They're able to get all the way to the basket right now. Bergan has chosen not to help on those drives, so Ainsworth has only shot 8 threes, which sounds like a lot, but for Ainsworth, that's a very small number because Bergan's not helping to allow them to kick for the 3. However, they're being very effective scoring 2-point field goals so far in the state title.
Foul on Tanner Boggs. 7th team foul on Bergan, which puts the Bulldogs at the line. They'll now shoot 1-1 the rest of the way here in the first.
The other disadvantage of not being deep is foul trouble, but Ainsworth has done a very good job. Only 4 team fouls so far in the half, so certainly that foul trouble always plays a part of not having a deep bench, but Ainsworth has played smart, and even though Bergan has the inside advantage, they're not fouling.
Both free throws from Hunter Martin are good. 34-30, Ainsworth on top. 44. Steal by Fuelberth. Good ball movement by Ainsworth. And another foul called. This will be on Tanner Boggs again. Boggs picks up his 2nd personal foul. And Ainsworth will go back to the line. Seems like a solid free throw shooting team as well, and not a team you want to have at the line for the rest of the half with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, especially a team that builds their offense off drives.
Right.
And they've done a really nice job of spreading the floor and finding those opportunities to attack.
Jump ball is Harthorn tied it up with Thompson. Check that, tied it up with Dykeman.
I think anytime you're able to average in the 70s offensively, part of that is a good free throw shooting team, and you find ways to get to the free throw line.
A foul called on the Knights on the drive by McLeod. Foul will be called on Adam Dykeman. That will be Dykeman's second personal. One more look. Slid in late.
Yeah, Dykeman decided to help there. Obviously, McLeod's had a very successful half with 16 first half points. Unfortunately, just a little late. Got called with the block.
McLeod's line right now, 17 points. 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 for 2 from three-point range, and now 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Very productive first half. Good drive by Dykeman, tipped around. And a travel called on McLeod. Bit of anticipation there on the travel.
The high post area is open.
Looking down low for Thompson. Now give it to Dykeman, who drives in. Dykeman's shot is off. And a foul called on the floor. That's going to be Thompson with the push in the back, and we'll put once again McLeod at the line. McLeod to shoot 2. They're in the double bonus now with 10 fouls on Archbishop Bergan.
Yeah, really a high-level offensive game so far. Ainsworth 13 of 21, 62%, 4 of 8 from the 3, 50%. Already been at the foul line 11 times in the game. Bergan's done a nice job staying in there. 12 of 27, 45%, 4 threes out of 9 attempts.
Down low, good pass from Conrad to Dykeman. And Dykeman is fouled. Chance for a three-point play for Bergan. One more look at it.
A really nice job. They've utilized the high to low. That time they all double the low post, high post, dives to the front of the rim. Really nice zone offense execution by Bergan.
Three-point play, cuts it to 3. 36-33. Ainsworth on top. Nate Griffin with the hand on it. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Three on the way by Delamont is off. Rebound to Conrad. Rattled out, Conrad with the rebound. Back up strong, doesn't go. Delamont kicks it outside. Open 3 from Martin is off. And over the back will be called on Austin Harthorn. His first personal foul. The 6th team foul on Ainsworth.
Bergan can work the ball here. Certainly no hurry.
Three-pointer, Colton Vertico. And Vertico with 8 points now for Bergan.
And Bergan on a 6-0 run to tie it up. You see Ainsworth trying to attack Dykeman on the dribble drive, knowing that he has 2 fouls.
McLeod off the back of the rim. High rebound, tipped back out top. Gilbert with it. Drives in. Rebound by Conrad. Good bounce pass inside, just unable to hold on to it. And Ainsworth inside a minute now.
Yeah, look for Ainsworth. What they'll do is they're going to use this dribble weave. They're going to try to find the matchup that they like. If you switch it, they'll keep going until they get their matchup. Here they've got Delamont, which is a 6'1" guard, on Dykeman, a 6'7" post with 2 fouls. So obviously an advantage for Ainsworth. What Bergan has to start doing there, they recognize it. They're going to switch out of it. Nice coaching. Now you have to try to defend the dribble drive without fouling and get out to the 3 and contest it, which is very difficult to do.
Drives in, puts the shot up, is off, and a foul called on Madsen. So Jonah Madsen picks up his 3rd personal foul.
You can see Delamont just able to sneak in on the elbow drive. Got his shoulders by the defender. Really nice job of trying to draw that contact, get up on the backboard. Unfortunately for Ainsworth, they've left some points out on the court by only being 6 of 13 so far in the first half from the free throw line. Excuse me, 6 of 12. That was already updated.
Second one is good. 37-36. One last chance here for the Knights. Kicks it outside. 3 on the way. Big shot right before the half. Colton Vertigo knocks it down. And Vertigo with 11 here in this first half of play. And that gives Bergan the lead. A 9-1 run to close out the half by Archbishop Bergan. John Schutz is with the head coach.
With Bergan coach Chris Paulson, that's a big shot at the end there for him.
Yeah, it was. We've been hitting some shots. They've been hitting some shots. You know, the thing is, we knew this was going to be a shootout. They're such a good offensive basketball team. We kind of weathered their storm early. They hit 4 threes in the first quarter. I don't think they hit any there. We are giving up too much dribble penetration, but, you know, part of it is we ran 10 guys at them. You know, we wanted to bring a lot of bodies at them, push them at a fast tempo, maybe try and take their legs a little bit here in the second half.
You mentioned depth was going to be the key for your team. Is this the pace you want?
It is. Now we need to kind of settle down a little bit here in the second half and see if that'll wear on them a little bit. Maybe short a little of those shots and you know, let our defense take hold.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good second half coming up, Larry.
All right, thanks very much, John. We're at halftime. Class C2 state championship. Bergan on top of the Bulldogs. It's 39-37.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Coverage of the NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, NPPD, Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Corn Board, Constellation, Nebraska Department of Roads, and by Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena watching the Ainsworth Bulldog dance team. Want to remind you, good time to remind you, is it's 39-37, that you can log on to Facebook.com/NET Sports and like us, like NET. Become a fan, and we'll keep you up to date on NET's sports broadcast schedule. You can leave comments, questions, discuss the latest topics with other viewers. Join the fun right on our Facebook page. It's easier than ever to be part of NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. And a good time to log on one more time and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NET Sports. Believers and Achievers are coming up from the Pinnacle Bank Arena. When we come back, We'll have that for you right here on NET, because we rock.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
When something's difficult, like defying gravity, or navigating the new healthcare law, why face it alone? Call or visit us at the Blue Store at nebraskablue.com. Ask Blue your questions, like what's required and can I get help paying for it? Then rely on Blue to help you navigate the system. Most Nebraskans are required to have health insurance or face penalties. Time is almost up. Get what you need. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Behind your outlet are more than 6,000 public power employees working tirelessly to generate and deliver safe, affordable, reliable electricity 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Since they are customer owners themselves, you can count on them to have your best interests and those of the community they serve at heart. Neighbors serving neighbors. That's public power.
Welcome back to Pinnacle Bank Arena at halftime of the Class C2 championship game. Ainsworth trailing Bergan 39-37. Let's take a look at some highlights from first half action. We'll start with the Bulldogs of Ainsworth. Boy, this is a team that isn't afraid to pop threes, huh?
Yeah, used a little dribble drive there from Delamont to kick it out to McLeod for the open three. Here you see Perlberg using the dribble drive to get in the basket, and then again McLeod not only shooting threes from his versatility, but able to put it on the floor and get to the basket, get himself to the foul line.
And Bergen's been effective shooting the three as well.
Yeah, they've got 6 made threes, right, with more than Ainsworth in the game. So certainly a well-played half offensively. There you see Vertico knocking down the 3 from the wing, and certainly give Bergan the energy going into the halftime locker room.
A 9-1 run to end that first half for the Bergan Knights, and that 9-1 run gave them the 2-point advantage at the half. Knights on top 39-37 here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Tonight on Austin City Limits, Florence and the Machine takes the stage. Florence Welch is a highly acclaimed singer, one of the biggest and boldest stars of the decade, so you don't want to miss that coming up tonight. 11 Central on NET1. It's Austin City Limits. Again, that's tonight, 11 Central on NET1. Taking the floor now are this year's award winners, some outstanding student athletes, believers and achievers. And let's now go to our public address announcer, Doc Weininger.
The NSAA to give recognition to Nebraska's future leaders. We have 8 Nebraska high school seniors who have demonstrated academic excellence and a commitment to good citizenship. For their involvement in school and community projects, U.S. Bank and the NSAA would like to honor the believers and achievers who are with us today. Presenting the Believers and Achievers Awards will be U.S. Bank Representative Dolores Turway, NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green, and NSAA Board Chairman Alan Gary of Medicine Valley. Our first honoree is Tristan Brott of Paxton High School. Tristan is a 3.98 student who participates in basketball and track and field. Tristan was a member of Paxton's 2013 3,200-meter relay that won gold at the Class D NSAA Track and Field Championship, and also a member of Paxton's 2013 NSAA Class D1 Boys Basketball runner-up team. Tristan is a member of Future Farmers of America and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He serves his community as a youth group and town cleanup volunteer. Ladies and gentlemen, Tristan Broad. MZ Dunakaki of Johnson Brock High School. MZ is a straight-A student while participating in volleyball, basketball, track and field, play production, journalism, and music. She was a 2013 NSAA Class D1 speech champion in persuasive speaking, while also placing 6th in editorial cartooning at the 2013 NSAA Journalism Championships. MZ is active in her school as co-president of Future Business Leaders of America and vice president of National Honor Society. She also spends time volunteering in her local church and as a DARE representative. Ladies and gentlemen, MZ Dunakaki. Candy Jimenez Caballero of Columbus Lakeview High School. Candy is a 3.8 student who participates in basketball, soccer, and journalism. While consistently being on the honor roll, Candy was an all-academic Central Conference selection in soccer in 2013. Candy is a member of Student Council and National Honor Society and serves as reporter for her local Future Business Leaders of America chapter. In her community, she volunteers with AYSO and is a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Jimenez Caballero. Next is Phoebe Lockhart of Ogallala High School. Phoebe is a straight-A student who participates in speech and music. An NCPA Academic All-State honoree, Phoebe placed 5th at the 2013 NSAA Class B State Speech Championship in extemporaneous speaking, while also qualifying in persuasive speaking. She is active in her school as Interact Club President, National Honor Society Blood Drive Coordinator, and is a member of Mock Trial. In her community, Phoebe volunteers in her local church youth group and is a participant at Nebraska Girls State. Ladies and gentlemen, Phoebe Lockhart. Haley Lockhorn of Ravenna High School. Haley carries a 3.9 GPA while participating in volleyball, basketball, track and field, play production, and speech. Haley is an NCPA Academic All-State selection as well as an All-Lou Platte Conference performer in volleyball. Haley provides leadership in her school as Secretary of National Honor Society and is a member of Future Business Leaders of America. Haley serves on the Youth Advisory Board in her community and volunteers at the Kearney Humane Society. Ladies and gentlemen, Haley Lockhorn. Next is Laura Lundeen of Axtell High School. Laura boasts a 3.9 GPA while participating in volleyball, basketball, track and field, speech, journalism, and music. A 2-time NCPA Academic All-State selection, Laura was a member of Axtell's 2013 NSAA Class D1 Volleyball Championship qualifying team. In her school, she serves as president of Axtell's Student Council and vice president of National Honor Society. Laura is involved in her community as a youth group leader and president of her local 4-H chapters. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Lundy. Joseph O'Connor of Grand Island Central Catholic High School. Joseph is a 3.81 student who participates in cross-country, track and field, play production, and speech. A 6-time NCPA Academic All-State Award recipient, Joseph is also a 3-time NSAA Cross Country Championships qualifier and 3-time NSAA District Speech Champion. He is student body president and active in Grand Island Community Theater while volunteering at St. Francis Hospital and Husker Harvest Days. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph O'Connor. Our final recipient is Caroline Velez of Omaha South High School. Caroline is a 3.76 student who participates in play production. Caroline contributes to her school as a student mentor and concessions volunteer, while also serving on the National Honor Society Senior Executive Board. She is vastly involved in her community through the Creighton University Talent Search Program and the Girl Scouts organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Velez. And now, folks, let's have another round of applause for the 2013-2014 Believers and Achievers, the future leaders of Nebraska.
So congratulations to those young student athletes, the Believers and Achievers Award recipients for this year. Now with the head coach or co-head coach of Ainsworth, here's John Schutz.
Yes, I'm with co-head coach Harlan Welch. And coach, you know, yesterday you made 16 of 33 on the three-pointers. Today you're just 4 for 11. You told me you're not just a three-point shooting team, but are you concerned about that?
No, not at all. You know, we had some good looks, but I thought we did a good job of attacking the rim. You know, we talked a little bit at halftime. We feel we got some mismatches that we can take advantage of, and that's what we're going to try to expose here in the second half.
Rebounding, they have a pretty good edge on you right now.
They do, and that's something we expected. They're much bigger than we are. They're more physical. You know, we had some balls in our hands that we just let get away. That's inexcusable and something we talked about. But we also got to recognize where their shooters are. They were 50% on threes, but they were uncontested. So we got to do a better job there.
Coach, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. You know, Larry, both coaches told me they got the pace they want, so look for another track meet here in the second half.
Should be a good one. We will have third period action coming up momentarily from here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, Ainsworth. Archbishop Bergan when we come back.
High school's almost over. Now what? I wish I knew what to do, or even what I can do. I know I want something more. Something I can be proud of. So, how do I get there?
Take the next step with Education Quest College Planning Services by visiting educationquest.org.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations. The value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Coverage of the NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, by U.S. Bank, and by Education Quest. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring to you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Back to Pinnacle Bank Sports Arena. Class C2 State Championship. We are still about 2.5 away from the start of second half action between Ainsworth and Archbishop Bergan, and we'll take this opportunity to let you take a look back at last year's Class C2 title game.
It was a battle that would be decided in overtime as Southern Valley took on Sutton in last year's Class C2 Championship. The top-ranked Mustangs didn't intimidate the Eagles. Southern Valley went into the break up 6 after holding the Mustangs to 5 points in the second period. But Sutton would answer in the fourth. While holding Southern Valley to just 2 points in the final period, the Mustangs rattled off 5 unanswered to force overtime. But the Eagles were too much. Spencer Kuchera led Southern Valley with 20 points and 12 rebounds as they pulled away from the Mustangs for a 38-34 victory. The Southern Valley Eagles were crowned champs in last year's Class C2 Championship.
Well, congratulations to the Eagles, and one of these two teams will be hoisting the hardware in about 16 minutes or so. Ainsworth or Bergan. Here's a look at the statistics from the first half.
Yeah, really a well-played half. Both teams 47%, 50% from the field respectively. Ainsworth only 11 attempts. Obviously, they've been able to drive and get the basketball to the rim. Bergan has kept themselves in the game and ahead because of their three-point shooting. They've been very timely, 6 of 12. Bergan has the size advantage, obviously, and that's showing up on the backboard. Both teams have really done a good job of limiting their turnovers, and Ainsworth with 5 blocks is surprising considering Bergan is the bigger team. But Ainsworth is athletic, even though they're mostly guards.
So about ready to get going here in second half action. Nebraska sports fans, NET is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other network in the state. So for more information on dates, times, DVD sales, available webcasts. You can visit netnebraska.org/sports. And if you haven't downloaded our new app yet, you certainly want to go on and check that out. Some terrific content on that new app. And you can also like us on Facebook. You know, we are ubiquitous in the social media sphere. Facebook, Twitter, our own app.
Yeah, great broadcast ability for people to sit back at home and watch state basketball, get social media updates. Certainly, a lot of people have taken advantage of coming down to the Haymarket area, which is a first-class setup for arena. It's been and this might be the highlight of the day so far. Been a terrific game. Certainly, both teams average in the 70s, and they're on pace. I think the first team to 70 is probably going to have the advantage and with a chance to win.
Yep. Underway here, period number 3. Knights open up the third with the ball and the lead, 39-37. Out there with 3 fouls is Colton Burdico. Colton Burdico with 2 fouls, Madsen with 3. You know, they switched the fouls during the break. Madsen has 3 now, and Burdico only with 1. I'll have to check on that for you. Drive in the paint. A rebound by Thompson.
Both teams are going to stay in the defense that they played in the first half. Ainsworth in the 2-3. Dykeman had success in the high post.
Tipped away, and then a reach foul called on Adam Dykeman, and that is Dykeman's 3rd personal foul.
Obviously, that was probably the adjustment at halftime for Ainsworth, was to really try to get those guards more involved in the high post. That possession was able to create a turnover, and then Dykeman kind of reached in and picked up a tough 3rd foul.
Now Dykeman guarding the dribbler, trying to not pick up, and he got a travel before the shot. So traveling called on Brady Delamont. And now Dykeman will take a seat, and in there for him is Cole Conrad.
So it looked like there was, going back to the foul situation, Madsen has 3. Burdico has 1. There was a mistake at the scores table, so that has now officially been corrected.
So Burdico does have just 1 foul. Long 3-pointer out of Fuelberth is short. Rebound by Conrad. Bergan will push it up the floor. Here comes Griffin kicking it outside. Madsen thought about it. No reset with Griffin. Now Madsen with the 3. Got it. Big 3-pointer by Shona Madsen. And Madsen now 4 of 6 from 3-point range. Right back at him. The 3-pointer off by McLeod. Burdico looks inside. Thompson. With ball movement by Bergan. Burdico goes baseline. The reverse. Stepped on the line. Turnover. Good start here, though, by Bergan in this second half. On top, 42-37.
Going back to that foul situation, Burdico only with 1 now is probably the best matchup for McLeod. Probably has more size, more athleticism on the perimeter. So that obviously was a big deal with him moving back to 1 foul. Bergan really looking to get the ball inside first, either to the low post or high post, and then they'll take a 3 out of that.
3-pointer by Madsen rolls around and drops. Madsen 5 for 7 from outside the arc. He's got 15 points, and Bergan with an 8-point lead. Good take there by McLeod. He's fouled underneath. McLeod will go to the line to shoot 2. Jonah Madsen, who averages 8.1 per game. Coach Chris Paulson called him the spark plug of this team. He's a 2-year starter. Shoots 44% from 3-point range, and he is 5 of 7 here this afternoon. And leads the team with 15 points.
Understanding your role when to step up. Obviously, Ainsworth is designing their defense to try to eliminate the high-low game, which is opening up the wing threes.
Good take by Nate Griffin. A hard jump stop where he redirects around the defender and puts it in. Delamont. And Delamont traveled.
The Bergan's made some nice adjustments defensively. I think they've got Ainsworth a little bit more passive. That's allowed them to go on a 17-2 run over the last 2 quarters.
Wow. Bergan really controlling tempo and pace right now. Good ball movement, back to Madsen again. Why not another 3 off the back of the rim? Gets his own rebound, they reset. Vertical.
See the pressure that Bergan's offense puts on him. The guards have to defend the high post and yet get out to the wing to take the 3 away.
Madsen again from 3. Got it. Boy, Madsen on fire. 18.6 3-pointers. And a timeout called by Ainsworth.
Yeah, going back to the defensive adjustments of Bergan, Ainsworth has missed their last 8 field goal attempts.
Let's take a look at those 3-pointers by Bergan's Jonah Madsen. He's got 6 of them, 6 of 9 from outside the arc.
Yeah, Bergan's spacing is really good, spreading the top of the zone. And Madsen's catching, shot ready. His hands are ready, receives the basketball, his feet are set. And obviously he shows you the touch he has with that 3 bouncing around the rim and then going down. And what that's going to allow you to do now is go back into the high post. It's going to spread those guards even more. Look for Bergan to start attacking in the high post.
50-38, Bergan has opened up a 12-point lead. The quick timeout by Harlan Welsh and Brian Delamont. Those two have been co-head coaches since the 2005 season. They won a title in 2007 in Class C1. Back underway, McLeod drives. Left hand, good soft lay-in by Matthew McLeod.
Yeah, really versatile, very hard to guard. You have to get out and take the 3 away, and yet strong enough to put the ball on the floor. And he's left-handed, which creates its own difficulties, which many kids are left-handed, so guarding that's a little different.
Hand check called on Nate Griffin. So Griffin picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd personal foul. Have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Bulldogs and Knights. Bergan leads at 50-40 midway through the 3rd.
Large trucks and trailers can easily drive through a state highway roundabout. The center of the roundabout has a low raised area for larger vehicles to drive over if necessary. It's called the apron. Visit the website for more information about driving a roundabout.
When we transform Nebraska corn into ethanol, it doesn't disappear from the food supply. It just takes a little detour. Ethanol is made from the starch. The rest of the corn becomes livestock feed to create meat and dairy products, corn oil, sweetener, and other food ingredients, and maybe a little carbon dioxide to make your soft drinks fizzy. Homegrown ethanol helps satisfy America's hunger for energy and the world's appetite for feed and food. Nebraska's family corn farmers, sustaining innovation.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, Ainsworth trailing Bergan right now 50-40, but a lot of family connections on this Ainsworth team. Mike McLeod is a volunteer assistant coach. He had 21 points and 10 rebounds in the 2007 Class C1 state championship game that Ainsworth won. He helps to coach his brother Matthew, who's having a big day, 21 points today. I'm told it gets a little testy sometimes between those two, and the other coaches may have to step in, but all in all, it seems to be working well today.
Well, McLeod's having a pretty good day in front of Big Brother. See how Michael and Matthew might have a few battles on the court. Vertigo near the baseline, turns it over. No touch. (50-40), Bulldogs with it, down by 10. Tough to defend is right, Matthew McLeod. He's got 23.
Ainsworth is out of the zone. Looks like they're going back to just went to man-to-man. So obviously they feel like they need to make a little bit of adjustment to take Bergan out of their rhythm against their 2-3 zone.
Hand check. Called on Fuelberth. Second foul on Fuelberth. In the game for Bergan now is Wes LaBelle. And a travel. Another turnover. Ainsworth with a chance to cut it to 6. McLeod making it a one-man show. Great turnaround with that left hand on the baseline. 25 for McLeod.
Back in the man-to-man. I think Ainsworth picked a spot in the game where Dykeman was on the bench, which is certainly the more difficult matchup for Bergan, with him being the best post for Bergan. It's a good strategy. It's allowed them to go on a 4-0 run here and cut the deficit to 6.
Hand check called on Wes LaBelle. And right now it's clearing out and letting Matthew McLeod go to work.
Yeah, certainly McLeod has been the featured offensive player for Ainsworth, scoring 25. Whereas Bergan has 3 players in double figures, Madsen 18 and Vertico and Dykeman each with 11.
Chris Paulson, 14th year head coach for Bergan, takes the timeout. Full timeout here as Ainsworth has cut it to 6 and has the ball. You know, NET is your ticket to exciting sports action right in your living room, and you can help us continue to deliver this type of sports programming by joining our NET Sports Partners Club. Boy, do we hope you take this opportunity to join. Your contribution helps us continue to bring this kind of sports programming to you across the entire state of Nebraska. It will help us continue to do so for years to come. You'll also receive some terrific thank you gifts with NET's appreciation for your support. So please log on to netnebraska.org/sportspartners and become a member today. 4 consecutive weeks of state high school championships on NET. We brought you swimming and diving, boys and girls bowling, wrestling, girls basketball last week. This weekend, the boys championships from right here at Pinnacle Bank Arena all day long today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Matthew McLeod certainly enjoying it right now. 25 points, 9 of 14 from the floor, and 5 rebounds for the 6'5" senior forward who averages 24 a game. 3 on the way by Fuelberth, and he buries it, and that pulls him to within 3. Quickly right back inside. Double team down low, can't get that to go. And rebound by Dykeman, and late grabbing for the ball down low. Quick conversation by the officials will cool everything down.
It's certainly a hard play, or a hard played game. See both teams scrapping. Little push, a little act, but play on. Bergan goes back to Dykeman in the game, just knowing that Ainsworth is now man-to-man. Can get some opportunities to get him some deep post touches. Ainsworth is on a 7-0 run to make this game very interesting again. Oh, excuse me, 9-0 run.
Ball loose on the floor, picked up. Delamont lays it in, back to within one. 50-49, Ainsworth fans on their feet. An 11-0 run by the Bulldogs. Going strong to the basket is the big guy, and Conrad doesn't finish around the basket. A chance for Ainsworth to take the lead. Spin move, goes hard to the basket, doesn't get it to go. Rebound by LaBelle. Off to Griffin. Griffin drives in, lays it in. Nate Griffin with two.
A nice aggressive drive. Bergan needed that basket. Into the 11-0 run.
Three-pointer short. Another good strong take. Goes off of Ainsworth, and it will stay with the Knights. Vertico back in the game now as you look at Chris Paulson. Ball on a three-point lead. Conrad looks low, double team.
See if Bergan holds for one shot here with 35 seconds to play in the third.
Griffin has it taken away. Knocked away by Delamont. Delamont bounce pass. What a great pass and a lay-in by Martin. Good look by Delamont.
Yeah, tremendous vision, be able to see the gap and be able to execute it on the one-handed bounce pass.
Foul on the floor before the shot. So with 11.1 left, the Knights hold on to that 1-point lead. McLeod called for the foul, his third personal. So now 11 seconds away from the final 8 minutes, and McLeod will need to be careful, and they'll give him a break. Luke McLeod now in the game for Ainsworth. Good steal again, Delamont. Another bounce pass, laid in, charge. Charge called against Martin. One more look.
I think the established position, certainly both feet are set. You know, that's a tough call. When that was in slow motion, certainly he was square, might have got there just a touch before the player left the ground, which is a determining factor.
Ainsworth, though, back in it, 52-51.
No matter how you look at it, animal agriculture helps Nebraska's economy. The livestock industry provides increased tax revenues for schools and community services. Livestock enterprises also create jobs while contributing to existing businesses such as local banks and grocery stores. A thriving livestock industry helps maintain our current way of life, but also provides opportunities for the next generation of farm families. The Nebraska Soybean Checkoff helps to raise awareness of the importance of animal agriculture to Nebraska.
Ever wish your bank were right at your fingertips?
Hey, honey, can I keep it? I know, right? I'm gonna go strap it to the car. Mom, do you have any idea how expensive books are?
It was such a lovely time. Oh, you know what? Don't forget to give me that. Whoops, that was expensive. I can pay for that.
In branch, online, on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry, U.S. Bank is there when you need us.
John Schutt's back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. I was just listening in on the Bergan huddle, and head coach Chris Paulson begging Adam Dykman, take it, Adam. He said they're not guarding you. Take the ball at him hard.
Thanks, John. 52-51, Bergan on top. Ainsworth with the ball to start this final period of play.
That's where Coach Paulson feels he has an advantage.
Kicked outside, 3 on the way by Delamont is off. Jump ball, good hustle to the floor by Hunter Martin.
The other area was, he thought, the depth, playing 10 players. Looking at replay, just nice scramble. Both players have a hand on the ball, jump ball. But Ainsworth has really went with 5, have played 7. One was a 30-second substitution to get Matthew McLeod a little bit of a break going into the third quarter. So you know, we'll see if that depth has paid off for Bergan. If Ainsworth starts missing some of those shots, as the coach said, maybe miss them short.
Aubrey Thompson back into the game for Bergan as Adam Dykman took a seat. He has blood coming from his elbow, and so he's taking a seat while they get that patched up. Vertigo with it. Here's Griffin driving in. Griffin in the lane. A little soft lay-in by Griffin, who's been effective here in the second half. 3 on the way. Martin's 3 is off. 3-point lead in the ball for Bergan. Stepped on the sideline and the turnover. 51. 3-point lead for the Knights. 6:45 to go in the game. Been a terrific up and down battle between these two teams in Class C2. Our most entertaining game of the day by far.
Both teams have lived up to their offensive numbers. Ainsworth has done it a little differently. Not so dependent on the 3-point line. Only 5 of 19 for the game, whereas Bergan has made 9 threes. So a little bit of a trade-off there for how they come in from the semifinal game. But certainly teams are they're playing to what the defense is giving them.
Delamont picks up that last foul. That's his second. 5th team foul of this half on Ainsworth.
Since Ainsworth has went to the man-to-man, Bergan has been on a little bit of a scoring drought.
Good save by Conrad. And the pushing foul called on McLeod. That's his 4th. 4 fouls early on for McLeod.
And those are the hustle plays that sometimes can win you championships. And it wasn't the save, it was a save that put pressure on McLeod to pick up his 4th foul. So credit Bergan to be able to make that little hustle play, find the ball, save it under your basket, created a scoring opportunity by making the free throw.
Griffin knocks down the first, and now trying to extend it to a 5-point lead. Off the back, McLeod with the rebound. So McLeod will stay in there with those 4 fouls. Good pass underneath. Wide open, Jake Wilkins puts it in. First 2 points of the game for Wilkins. Going right at the basket, and not much McLeod can do in there.
Yeah, not only defensively is it hard to play with 4. McLeod has scored most of his points with the dribble drive. Yep. So you get a little bit more hesitant where you're trying to avoid a charge situation. So we'll monitor that to see if that slows McLeod's aggressiveness down.
Shot is off by Dykeman. Dykeman with the nifty move, the left hand. Doesn't go, rebound. Comes down to Vertico.
Kind of see it in that play. McLeod tried to adjust his body in the air to avoid the charge and moved left and missed a shot left. So those things resonate in the player's mind. He understands how important it is to his team and his team's chances of winning the state title. He can't do it with 5 fouls on the bench.
Inside, off the glass goes Dykeman. Not much McLeod can do in there on Dykeman.
And this is where depth plays a factor. Foul trouble and fatigue, and you're seeing the foul trouble part of that.
The shot is off there by McLeod, and a bit of desperation now you're beginning to feel out of Ainsworth. Foul called on Hunter Martin. Martin picks up his second foul. That's the 7th team foul on Ainsworth, and that will put Archbishop Bergan at the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Yeah, Bergan has not been to the foul line much. However, they are 4-5, so they've taken advantage of those opportunities, whereas Ainsworth is 8 of 15. So Ainsworth had left some points on the floor by missing some free throws. I think Bergan being in the bonus with 4:25 to play, free throw shooting down the stretch will be a big factor in how this game is decided.
Griffin knocks down the first.
Look for Ainsworth to maybe put the ball in Brady Delamont's hands, been a little quiet, maybe take some pressure off of McLeod for a possession or two to see if they can free up a shot a different way.
Timeout called by Ainsworth. A full timeout for Harlan Welsh and Brian Delamont. A good opportunity, whether you're a Bergan fan or an Ainsworth fan. This is one of those games you're going to want to keep for a long time. And if you want to get a DVD copy, just give us a call at 800-868-1868. You can get a copy of this state championship game or any of our state high school championships over the last few weeks by calling 800-868-1868. You can also log on to netnebraska.org, follow the prompts, and get your DVD. These memories can last you a lifetime.
Yeah, I think a good timeout by Ainsworth, certainly a big possession. I think fatigue is starting to set in a little bit, even to the point where it looked like Ainsworth got a little rattled where they started pressing, even though it's a 7-point game. Still a lot of basketball, certainly a deficit that they can overcome. So a good timeout, talk strategy, try to maximize this possession. Certainly getting the basket will increase Ainsworth energy going back into the defensive end. I think for Bergan, they're talking about being effective on offense, make sure we're using the high-low, taking care of the basketball, understanding they're in the bonus.
McLeod with the off-balance shot, comes up short of the rim. Ball on the floor, Ainsworth down after it, jump ball. And that will go to the Bulldogs on the possession arrow.
A really nice recognition by Ainsworth. Dykeman catches it in the corner. I don't think they had a trap defense called. I think they recognized the opportunity to get a trap, forced a turnover.
Fouled on the three-point shot is Delamont, so he will go to the line to shoot 3. Foul called on Madsen. That's his 4th foul.
Yeah, that's really hard action to defend. You put McLeod on the left wing, being left-handed, and you drive it hard at Delamont, which is Ainsworth's second best score at 16 a game. So you have to try to stop the drive and then get out and contest the three-point shot. Unfortunately for Bergan, got there a little late, got him on the elbow.
You've mentioned fatigue throughout the game, and we've seen the last 2 by McLeod come up short. The first free throw here by Delamont came up a little short. That actually banged off the front of the rim before it went in. You think we're beginning to see that here?
Yeah, I think you never know how much it plays a part, but certainly when you start missing shots short, excuse me, said that 3 times fast. And certainly defensively, I think Bergan has had an easier time in the second half getting the basketball to the lane off the dribble drive, which tells me that maybe there's a little fatigue involved as well. But you know, with 3:50 to go in a 5-point game, I think Ainsworth is going to dig deep. These kids have played a lot of minutes all year. They've been in this situation before, and it's a team that's going to make the most plays that are going to take home a state title.
3:45 to go. Delamont with it. Delamont drives in. A little short on the layup. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. It goes off of Bergan. Down by 5, 60-55. Thought about the 3. Buried it. Matthew McLeod not short on that one. 2-point game. Stripped away. 2-on-1 break. McLeod keeps it himself. And a blocking foul. McLeod to shoot 2. Foul on Bertico. That's his second.
A nice sequence there by Ainsworth. McLeod was a huge 3. And his dribble penetration has set that up. Bergan starts backing up, trying to take dribble drive away on his left hand. He raised up and knocked in a deep 3, and then you get the turnover and get back to the foul line. 2 plays at a needed time to get him back in the game and position them to have a chance to win the state title.
3:10 to go. Bergan on top, 60-58, and a timeout called. Hey, coming up tonight on Austin City Limits right here on NAT1, Florence and the Machine takes the stage. Florence Welch, of course, is a highly acclaimed singer, one of the biggest and boldest stars of the decade, so you're not going to want to miss this tonight. It's Austin City Limits, 11 Central tonight on NAT1.
I thought the first team to 70, looking at the halftime score, was going to have the best chance to win this game. I think it's looking like that as well.
Let's take a look at Matthew McLeod.
Yeah, he's scored about every way possible. He's made 3s off the dribble. He's made 3s off the pass. He's dribbled and pulled up. He's got all the way to the basket. He's shown body control. He's used the backboard. He's got to the foul line. He's used spin moves. He's very complete, very versatile offensive player, and he's been a handful for Bergan to guard so far in this game.
Let's go over to John Schutz. He was in the huddle.
I was just listening to Chris Paulson tell his team, don't be denied right now. Don't be denied. He said, get shots. They haven't gotten shots on the last 4 trips down, so that's his big focus this time.
Now stepping to the line is Matthew McLeod with a chance to tie it. Down 2, 60-58 at the line. McLeod already with 28 in the game.
Really, the only area that he has struggled in so far tonight has been the free throw line. 5 of 10 has left some opportunities there.
Three minutes to go in the state championship game, Class C2. Good pass down low, and a travel before the foul. 2:51. 60-58, Bergan on top.
19 turnovers for Bergan. Certainly have struggled against the changing defenses of Ainsworth.
3 is off. Terrific hustle, but stepped on the line did Hunter Martin, who went hard out of bounds, but apparently okay. You see in the game now number 12, that's Jake Wilkins. Wilkins changed his jersey number from 31 to 12 as you look at Hunter Martin right there.
Always the most difficult place to inbound the ball is right here. Not only do you have the baseline, the sideline, as you normally do, you now have the baseline as a defender. Make sure you don't get trapped.
Ball loose on the ground. Went off of Delamont. Stay with Bergan.
Well, certainly Ainsworth took advantage of the ball position there. Got a trap, almost forced a turnover.
Griffin kicks it over to Dykeman. Dykeman drives in, lays it in. Good take by Adam Dykeman.
So the Clouds' inability to affect on the defensive end with those 4 fouls.
Cloud has been playing nearly this entire period with those 4 fouls. Here he goes again. Drives in, off the glass, doesn't get it to go. Rebound Dykeman. 4-point lead, under 2 minutes to go for the Knights. And the foul called on Brady Delamont. Delamont with his 3rd foul.
Griffin's 2 of 4 for the night from the free throw line. Just in the single bonus.
13th point of the game for Griffin.
Bergan now 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
Down by 5, 63-58. 3 on the way. Comes up just a bit short. Dykeman with the rebound. The foul called on Delamont. His 4th personal foul for Delamont.
If you're Bergan, you're really wanting to defend, take 3s away and a rebound. Dykeman has did a nice job of finishing that possession with a rebound. 15 points, 10 rebounds, so double-double for him tonight. His size has been a real difference in this game so far. I don't believe Bergan's strategy will change. It's been the whole time to defend one-on-one, not help off the 3. Now that you're up two possessions, right. The 2-possession game up 6, that strategy will stay.
McLeod again for 3. He has 31 in the game. What a big shot by McLeod.
And that's just a great one-on-one play. There's no help there. You can kind of see his dribble drive has forced Bergan to back off of him. Got in rhythm off that one dribble, pulled up and shot in a 22-footer. Huge shot to cut it to 3.
Well, we'd love to hear from you what you think of our high school coverage here on NET Sports. Send us an email. Give us your feedback of our coverage of the state high school basketball championships. Our sports team really focuses on delivering the best high school coverage to you at home. So we'd love to hear your thoughts, and you can send us your comments at sports@netnebraska.org. One more time, sports@netnebraska.org, and help us prioritize and plan our future telecasts right here on NET Sports.
For Ainsworth, you want to try to let him catch in the corner, get a trap. Certainly don't need to foul up 119, or down 3 with 119 to play for Bergan. You want to make sure you get the ball in bounds into a safe area. You want to get it in your guard's hands, be able to attack. If Ainsworth decides to foul, Bergan wants to make sure they keep it in their better free throw shooter's hands. Ainsworth has 19 fouls for the next time that Bergan goes to the free throw line, and they'll be in the double bonus.
119 to go, 64-61.
Bergan does have 3 timeouts. You want to be aware of that. If you do get the ball in a tough spot.
Vertico brings it up. Double dribble. And the turnover goes to Ainsworth.
Yeah, the 20th turnover. The one area that Bergan has struggled in. They've really done a pretty good job of defending the 3 from Ainsworth. They've done a better job of rebounding than Ainsworth, which was to be expected. 20 turnovers has allowed Ainsworth the opportunity to stay in this game.
Delamont with it, kicks it outside, thought about the three. Body check called on Dykeman, kind of stuck the hip out. Dykeman picks up his 4th personal foul. So now Dykeman playing with 4, McLeod and Delamont both playing with 4.
That'll put Ainsworth in the bonus. Fieldworth has yet to be there. Does have 11 points though.
Fieldworth will get one more.
Confident stroke.
Second one on the way. Rattles out. 2-point game. Inside a minute to go. Vertigo brings it up. Trying to trap in the backcourt. Vertigo gets it across.
Ainsworth is probably going to have to foul at some point if they don't get a trap opportunity.
And the foul on Vertigo. 2-year starter and senior Colton Vertigo now to step to the line, up by 2. And that was the 10th team foul on Ainsworth, so it will put Bergan in the double bonus. Vertigo to shoot 2. First one rattles out.
Certainly Bergan wants to make this to go up 3. Bergan's probably going to try to not let McLeod touch the basketball.
35 seconds to go. Ainsworth down 2 with the ball. Class C2 state title on the line. McLeod drives in, left hand is short. And the foul by Martin. And that will put Vertigo back at the line.
Yeah, these free throws get harder and harder to step up there and make, especially if you just missed a couple. Rim looks a little smaller.
Yeah, sure do.
Shooting for our state title. 24 seconds.
Knocks it down, 3-point game. This makes it a 2-possession game if Vertigo can put it in.
Great job by the 6'2 senior.
Second one short.
Ainsworth, you don't have to take a 3 here. You can take a 2 if that's what the defense gives you. But
and Ainsworth will take a timeout.
Yeah, still plenty of time. It's 20 seconds. Down 3. Look for certainly the ball's going to go in McLeod's hand. Right. If he can get to the basket, he will. Certainly, you don't want to give up a 3. So I think the smart play for Ainsworth is to take the quick 2, try to get a trap in, see if you can foul, and extend the game.
So the Knights on top, 65-62. 20 seconds to go. 1 timeout for the Bulldogs, 3 timeouts for the Knights left. Down by 3 with the ball.
Yeah, look for them. They probably go back to the set maybe with Delamont in the left corner. McLeod driving at Delamont. Put the defense in a compromised position. Do you help off of Delamont and risk giving up the tying 3? Or do you play McLeod one-on-one, which has proven to be a very difficult matchup with 31 points on 22 shots.
20 seconds to go. Ainsworth down 3 with the ball. Vertigo's 3's on the way. Got it! Big shot by Vertigo.
But Delamont. Yeah,
Delamont. Delamont with the bucket.
Yeah, kind of went a different direction. Obviously, the whole place, including me, thought the ball was going to be put in McLeod's hands. They used McLeod to screen, which you're never going to help off that screen from McLeod. And Delamont was able to get free. Tremendous job getting your feet set. Held the follow through. A tremendous shot for the sophomore. Now 11 seconds to go. Is still plenty of time for Bergan. They're in the double bonus, so you certainly want to attack, but yet you don't want to go too early where Ainsworth has a chance to get the ball. Yep. So look for them to probably push it up. 6 seconds or so, really run your play to attack, and that still gives you time to get on offensive rebound and put back. With so many times you see that first shot be missed, teams kind of freeze, forget to block out, and then the ball is rebounded and put back in. So Ainsworth needs to defend without fouling and then make sure they block out and finish with the rebound to force this game into overtime.
First three of the night by Delamont. 14 points, 1 for 7 from three-point range. When he had to have it, he knocked it down. So all even now, 65 apiece, 11.5 to go. Bergan with the ball.
And Nathan Griffin has done a really good job of driving to the basket. That matchup has been good to Bergan. So Griffin's gonna handle here, coming off a high screen.
Griffin has it. Griffin driving in. Blocked. Clean block. 1 second left at the buzzer. Off. We have overtime, and why not? In a state tournament that has been filled with overtime games, we get one here for the championship in Class C2.
Yeah, just a great individual defensive play. McLeod really has not tried to defend at all in the fourth quarter. He has 4 fouls, but when the game's on the line, stepped up and made the block shot and gave himself the opportunity to throw the half quarter, but it wasn't to be. This game deserves 4 more minutes. This has been fun to watch, and both these teams have played outstanding.
One more look at the clean block by McLeod, and the shot at the buzzer was off, and we go to overtime, knotted at 65, thanks to the big shot with 11 seconds left by Brady Delamont. Delamont's first three-pointer of the game. He has 14 for the game. McLeod leads all scorers with 31. Fuelberth with 12, also for Ainsworth. On the Bergan side, they're led by Madsen with 18, Griffin with 14. Dykeman has 15, Vertigo with 12, and here's your foul trouble. McLeod, Delamont, Martin, all with 4 fouls. Dykeman, the only player with 4 fouls for Bergan.
Yeah, that's, foul trouble could play the difference in this basketball game. All key players.
Let's go over to John Schutz.
Bergan has been in 4 overtimes this season. Just yesterday, they've won all 4. Ainsworth has never been in an overtime this season. So yesterday, Bergan's coach, Chris Paulson, told me, hey, we're ready for this. We've done this a lot. He has told his team, pound the ball inside.
Yeah, certainly playing in that foul trouble. I thought the first team to 70 would win in regulation, but they're going to squeeze a 65-65 overtime game to get to 70.
Goes inside. Good strong move by Dykeman down low. Dykeman gives Bergan the early lead in overtime.
Ainsworth's going to go back to the high dribble weave, trying to create that opportunity, create the matchup that they like to attack.
McLeod with it, drives in, little floater, can't get it to go. Bergan with the ball and a 2-point lead, 67-65. We're in overtime. Another drive, strong take, but lost it in the air to Dykeman. McLeod. 3-pointer on the way off the back of the rim, long rebound. Controlled by Ainsworth. Delamont drives. We got a blocking foul on the ground, and that's going to be number 5 on Dykeman.
Yeah, just a touch late, has to lean. Instead of taking it in the center of the chest, took it on the shoulder, which is usually a determining factor from a block to a charge. It's a big loss for Bergan. Offensively, Dykeman certainly led them this game, 17 points, 13 rebounds. Bergan's depth up front still maybe an advantage. They'll have more size to come in off the bench.
Delamont, first one is good. Both free throws good by Brady Delamont. Just a sophomore. Delamont came into this game with 42 in the tournament. He had 7 threes in the semifinals. Rebound is off, tipped away. Ball on the ground. McLeod with it. Gets it out to Fuelberth. Martin drives baseline. Tries to go into the far corner. Good defense by Madsen.
Since Ainsworth has went man-to-man.
Tipped around. 2:07 to go. 67 apiece. And these Ainsworth guys just looked gassed, don't they?
Yeah, it's been a lot of possession. 3 days straight of basketball is the first time most of these kids have done that.
Right.
And to play at an intensity level of a state championship adds to that.
Great take by Hunter Martin. Martin gives Ainsworth a 2-point lead. 1:35 to go. 8th point of the game for Hunter Martin, and a big one as he turned the corner and saw the opening.
Yeah, Bergan's going to have to find somebody to go to offensively. Griffin has done that. He's drove in the second half now that Dykeman's out. Where do you go to get your offense? Since they've went to man-to-man from zone, Madsen hasn't been able to get a 3. He had 6 against the zone, but going man-to-man has really eliminated him from the equation.
And you can see Chris Paulson telling his team, attack the bucket just now in the huddle. Reminder, great time right now to pick up a DVD of this state championship game. It is a great one. You can call us at 800-868-1868 and pick up a DVD of this Class C2 state championship. Bergan and Ainsworth. Ainsworth up by 2. Bergan with the ball. 1:33 to go in overtime. Griffin with it up top. Madsen and Vertigo, the shooters both out there. LaBelle with it, looks inside for Conrad. Conrad goes strong to the basket. Good decision to go right at McLeod, and McLeod couldn't do a thing, and Conrad capitalized. Back to that weave up top. Here's Martin. McLeod. Travel before the pass. Travel on Delamont. 51.5 to go. All even at 69. LaBelle looked inside. They've switched up. Put Fuelberth down low on Conrad. Now McLeod back on him. Drive blocked out of bounds. Stays with Bergan on the block.
Bergan's still trying to work through Conrad, being the biggest player on the court.
A timeout on the floor called by Ainsworth. Following this Class C2 state championship game, we'll have the Class A final. Bellevue West taking on Westside, scheduled for 6:30, 5 minutes from now. It'll be running a few minutes late, as we will this evening as well. Bellevue West and Westside for the Class A title. Many people expecting maybe to see Omaha South in the finals.
Yeah, or Benson, or Central, which has been there for many years. So certainly probably wasn't the, if you're going to do a Class A bracket, I don't know if those two teams have been the teams that you penciled in, but that's why the state tournament's so fun. You can't predict it. Teams that are playing well, teams that know how to win close games. And certainly, the team that makes one more play is going to win this game. It's I am going to get my guess of winning. First team is 70, with there being 69-69 tie. They have to score 70 points.
Right.
Look for Bergan to go back in. I do think working through Conrad is a good option. just physically being a little stronger on the block. Maybe draw a foul, get to the free throw line.
20 seconds to go. All tied at 69 in overtime. Class C2 title on the line. Griffin brings it back up top, closely guarded by Delamont. Griffin into the paint. Goes hard, gets the roll. 5 seconds to go. And a quick timeout called by Ainsworth.
Yeah, really nice set by Paulson. They worked off the high ball screen. Really put Ainsworth in a tough spot. You had to help off Conrad or give up the layup. If he would have helped, they could have dumped it into Conrad. Nice job. Griffin of the body control just gets it just enough over the front rim. Gets it to drop. Huge shot. 4 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. 4 seconds means you usually have 4 dribbles, but if you can advance the ball up to half court on a pass, usually you can get it in the scoring area for a shot to either tie or win the game with a 3.
Griffin now with 16 in the game. 5 seconds to go. Griffin after that make gives them a 2-point lead. So out of the timeout called by Ainsworth. Here come the Bulldogs. Final words from Chris Paulson for his Bergan Knight team.
Well, one of those is do not foul. I mean, you don't want to put a team on the line, the chance to tie or foul a 3-point shooter. They did add a second, so there's going to be 5 seconds, which is plenty of time. They always put a player on the ball, I think, to obstruct vision, not allow them as accurate of a pass.
30-second timeout called by Harlan Welch and Brian Delamont that wanted to see what kind of defense Bergan put out there.
Coach Paulson subbed in Thompson, which I got to believe they're probably going to put Thompson on the ball. Being 6'8", very long. If you can get a deflection from that spot, it tends to ruin the play that Ainsworth would have drawn up.
One of those kind of games it is. There's Thompson. At 6'8", he will be guarding the ball on Fielberg.
Ainsworth has made the most threes in the history of state basketball in Nebraska. And what a way to finish the season if they were to make a 3 here to win by 1.
5 seconds to go. Ainsworth with the ball, down by 2. Here's McLeod with it. Dribbles up the left side. McLeod, shot is off, and it's off. The Bergan Knights are state champs in Class C2.
Tremendous effort. Unfortunately, there has to be a team that finishes second. Both of these teams deserve to win, and you have to credit Archbishop Bergan just made one more play, and that's how simple basketball is sometimes.
The utter exhaustion on the face of Ainsworth. And the thrill of winning a state title for the Bergan Knights. What an outstanding game. Our best of the day in C2. Bergan wins the state title in overtime over Ainsworth. Medals and trophies coming up when we come back.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Hey Mom, I need to talk to you about something. You took me on campus visits and helped me with college applications, but there's still something we haven't done yet. It's time to complete the FAFSA so I can get financial aid. I know you've been stressed out about this, but don't worry. Education Quest has tons of resources on their website to make the process really easy. You guys have been there for me every step of the way. Just returning the favor.
Get help with your FAFSA at educationquest.org.
Coverage of the NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, NPPD, Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Corn Board, Constellation, Nebraska Department of Roads, and by Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Well, congratulations once again to Archbishop Bergan, your state champs in Class C2. They win it in overtime, 71-69. Time for medal and trophy presentations, but first, a special sportsmanship award. And for that, we go to our public address announcer. Here's Doc Weiniger.
The Nebraska Coaches Association and the Nebraska Athletic Administrators Association are proud to support positive sportsmanship during the state championships and throughout the season. At this time, we are pleased to present the Sportsmanship Awards for classes D1 and C2. The trophies are graciously donated by Awards Unlimited. The sportsmanship program is underwritten by the Nebraska Independent College Foundation. Making the presentations are Terry Brown, UPS Health and Safety Manager and an NICF Board of Trustees member. Nebraska Coaches Association President Jim Lemaster of Adams Central. Representing the NSAA Seward Athletic Director Kevin Simmerman and NSAA Board of Director Mark Norvell of Fillmore Central. The Class D1 Sportsmanship Award winner is North Platte St. Patrick's High School. Congratulations, North Platte St. Pat's. Representing the Irish are students and staff. For Class C2, the Sportsmanship Award winner is Ainsworth High School. Representing the Bulldogs are students and staff. Congratulations, Ainsworth High School. And now, the Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Executive Director Rhonda Blanford Green and Board of Directors Jay Beller from Battle Creek, Dr. Jerry Bartee from Omaha Public Schools, and U.S. Bank Representative Dolores Terway. Here are the awards for Class C2 runner-up, Ainsworth High School. Well, head coaches Harlan Welch and Brian Delamont and your assistants please step toward the middle of the court to present the silver medals to each team member. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 3, Rob Maxwell. Number 10, Austin Harthorn. Number 11, Zach Welch. Number 13, Matt Kovar. Number 21, Jaden Philbin. Number 22, Regan Temple. Number 25, Josh Finley. Number 33, Luke McLeod. Number 43, Ben Allen. Number 0, Tanner Fuelberg. Number 2, Hunter Martin. Number 5, Matthew McLeod. Number 23, Brady Delamont. Number 31, we're number 12, Jake Wilkins. And now, all of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Ainsworth High School. And now, to the champions from Archbishop Bergan High School. first head coach, Chris Paulson, we have a special award for you. Now, coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. Number 0, Cole Conrad. Number 3, Tanner Boggs. Number 5, Lake Diekman. Number 13, Will Kammerer. Number 15, Ryan Wilmas. Number 21, JT Becerra. Number 22, Wes LaBelle. Number 44, Logan Boville. Number 55, Tyler Thompson. Number 10, Nate Griffin. Number 24, Jonah Madsen. Number 34, Colton Pertico. Number 35, Ogby Thompson. Number 42, Adam Dykman. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance, Regional Director of Agencies, Andy Krause, to head coach Chris Paulson. And now for these outstanding athletes and their school, here's the 2014 Class C2 NSAA Basketball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Archbishop Bergan High School.
So congratulations once again to Archbishop Bergan, state champs in Class C2. And now backstage with the Ainsworth head coach, here's John Schutz.
On with the Ainsworth co-coaches, Harlan Welch and Brian Delamont. First, I'll start with you, Coach Welch. I mean, that was a great high school basketball game today.
It was. I mean, it was basically the epitome of a championship game. And, I mean, neither, team, they left it all out there on the floor. And, we couldn't be proud of our kids. We didn't get the win. It's disappointing. It's heartbreaking at this point, but we got a lot to be proud of.
Great season. And Coach Delamont, I know you guys were concerned about the height advantage that Bergan had. You actually had more points in the paint than they did, 4 more points in the paint. So you guys are not just a three-point shooting team, like you said, but only 3 seniors leaving this team, but one pretty good one. McLeod had 31 and 10 rebounds and 5 blocks today. Can you talk about his performance?
Yeah, he's a crucial player for us, and that's just like we were saying there at the tail end. We kind of wanted to try to get it in his hands to see what he could do, and hopefully they'd start kicking in. 5 seconds is we were hoping we could get across the line and they could kick it to Brady or somebody else and try to get that shot, and because Brady hit that big one to turn it into overtime. So that's kind of what we were looking for.
Well, again, a great high school basketball game, a great season. Ainsworth ends up on the short end, 71-69 in overtime against Bergan. They wind up with a 25-3 season. Larry?
All right, thanks, John. Congratulations to Ainsworth on a terrific season and Archbishop Bergan on a state championship. We'll come back. We'll have some highlight statistics, and we'll hear from the champs right here on NET.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
Thank you, Nebraska, for your support of the Nebraska School Activities Association.
Over the years, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association has supported many Nebraska athletes by helping them excel physically. But the mental game is just as important. That's why we're pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and as leaders. We're proud to team up with these exceptional individuals. Together we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
What should you do if you see an emergency vehicle while you're driving through a roundabout? Traffic in the roundabout should not stop. Signal your turn to the right when you exit the roundabout. Exit the roundabout before pulling over to allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Please, for more information, visit the website.
Coverage of the NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, by U.S. Bank, and by Education Quest. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring to you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. Back at Pinnacle Bank Arena, C2 State Championship in the books. Archbishop Bergan wins it 71-69 over Ainsworth. Very balanced scoring, Andy, for Bergan. 16 from Griffin, 18 from Madsen, 12 from Vertigo, 17 from Dykeman.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame.
Yeah.
They score different ways. They score from the perimeters, and their guards certainly contributed. Then you look at Dykeman being able to get inside, getting a double-double. So certainly that balance led them to the victory. Both teams, I thought, played a tremendous level offensively. Bergan 47%, Ainsworth 41%. Ainsworth didn't depend as much on the three-point line. Got to the free throw line 13-24, left some points there. Certainly Bergan didn't take advantage of the line either, going 8 of 15. But hard-fought game. Certainly every point mattered going into overtime. The rebounds, 46-31. Quite a differential there. However, Bergan turned it over 21 times to Ainsworth, or 20 times to Ainsworth 9. So certainly those two stack categories balanced out, and that's why you had an overtime game with Bergan sneaking out a 2-point win.
When we come back to the Pinnacle Bank Arena, John Schutz will be joined by the champions and Coach Chris Paulson. Stay with us right here on NET.
When you've been around for more than a century, you understand the power of generations, the value of nurturing and developing those who will carry on the legacy of agriculture and food production. That's why the Aurora Cooperative helps young people gain the experience, expertise, and wisdom to feed the world, be good stewards, become responsible community leaders, and continue setting the example for the generations that follow. The Aurora Cooperative, growing opportunities.
Constellation believes in developing the next generation of Nebraska leaders, and we show that support by contributing to 4-H and FFA in the 60 Nebraska counties we serve. Nearly $50,000 over the past 2 years alone. Constellation provides natural gas for Nebraska homes, farms, ranches, and businesses. Through our support for 4-H and FFA, we're providing energy for Nebraska's future as well. Natural gas from Constellation.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, where Archbishop Bergan High School has just claimed the Class C2 state championship, and I'm with head coach Chris Paulson. Overtime win, just another day, another walk in the park. 5 overtime wins this season for you guys.
That's right. It's been 5. Gives me a few more gray hairs and a little more stress, but that's okay. You know, one of the things about these guys is when you have a senior dominant team, you kind of expect them to step up in those situations, and I thought we did a good job there. You know, you got to give Ainsworth complete credit. I mean, heck of a basketball team, heck of a basketball game. They fought, and they didn't back down. McLeod is a heck of a player, and you know, we knew we were going to have a battle today, and they responded, we responded. It was just one of those back and forth games, probably a fun one to watch as a fan. One of those is a nightmare as a coach, but definitely proud of our kids.
You had a 46-31 rebounding advantage. You had that huge size advantage. But they actually outpointed you guys in the paint, but you did hold them to 8 of 26 on three-point shooting.
That's probably what everybody would have bet against, was they would have outscored us in the paint and we would have outshot them from the three-point line. You know, it was just the way the flow went. You know, we didn't finish real well, but they did a good job in their 2-3 zone. They mixed up some junk defenses on us that you know, kind of made us a little hesitant. But again, our kids found a way. You know, Nate Griffin did a good job driving to the hole there. You know, Cole Conrad, I thought, did some good things for us inside. And again, we made plays when we had to, and you got to, again, give them credit. They're a heck of a basketball team. 16 threes yesterday. I thought our kids defensively were locked in. You know, held them to just 8 today. You know, we didn't help much. We were going to let McLeod go a little one-on-one, and we maybe did that a little bit too much. But ultimately, we got stops when we needed to.
And real quick, do you think your depth won out for you?
I do. I mean, you know, I credit my bench. I mean, my bench come in and play hard. They get after it. They're good defenders. They know their roles. A lot of those are seniors, and I'm proud of them.
Archbishop Bergan High School, the Class C2 state champions. We will be back to talk to the winning players when we come back.
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
Thank you, Nebraska, for your support of the Nebraska School Activities Association.
When something's difficult, like defying gravity or navigating the new healthcare law, why face it alone? Call or visit us at the Blue Store at nebraskablue.com. Ask Blue your questions like, what's required? And can I get help paying for it? Then rely on Blue to help you navigate the system. Most Nebraskans are required to have health insurance or face penalties. Time is almost up. Get what you need. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska.
Back at the Pinnacle Bank Arena, where Archbishop Bergan High School is celebrating a 71-69 overtime win in the Class C2 state championship game. And I am with Nathan Griffin, who finished with 16 points, 8 assists. I guess none of those points were probably bigger than that game winner with 5 seconds left, huh?
Yeah, you know, my offensive role is really just to give what the defense gave me, and they weren't guarding me, and I got lucky to get an opening in there at the end.
That's got to be, I mean, it's everybody's dream to hit that kind of a shot. What's it like?
It feels good. Really, the three-point, the three-point shooting is from my guards is what really opened me up late in the game. That's why most of my points did come in the fourth quarter.
All right, we'll hand off that trophy over to Jonah, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about his game. Jonah Madsen, your coach said you're the spark plug for this team. You're taking charges out there. You're shooting three-pointers. Really gave your team a lift today.
Yeah, I just try to make a spark for my team and, you know, get the momentum on our side, you know.
What does this mean to you? I mean, you're the spark plug. What's it mean to you doing this today? State champion.
It means everything to me. I work so hard, and I know the rest of our team has, and I'm just so proud of my teammates.
All right, Jonah Madsen, and now let's bring in Colton Burdico. Colton Burdico, 12 points in the game. And Colton, you guys, you've been tested this year. You've had 5 overtime games, won them all.
Yeah, going into this game, right when it hit overtime, we knew that this was our game to have because we've been in overtime already this season. And we played really good in those games right when that final quarter hit. So it's great for us knowing that we can win those overtime games.
These guys came in with a huge reputation for hitting three-point shots. Obviously, they have the state record for three-point shots. You really shut that down today and forced them to drive. What was the key there?
We're working on practice really hard on contesting their shots this week, and it helped really well. We only let them have 8 threes, so we had to hold them under 9, and that's what we did to win the game.
You're holding the trophy. You got the net around your neck. Got the medal around the neck. Yep. I got to ask you, how's it feel?
It feels amazing. We've always wanted this shot to be at the state championship and win it, and we finally got it, and it's just a dream come true.
All right, well, great job, and we got one more to go here. Adam Dykman. Nobody cares about this, but Adam's dad grew up about a block away from me in beautiful North Bend, Nebraska. Adam, Junior, again, you know, you got a few scars here, but it's got to feel pretty good overall.
Yep. Just trying to do everything I can to win the state championship. We've been dreaming about this, so I just had to give it all I had.
And you did. 17 points, 13 rebounds. You guys were really able to take advantage there. Nice dunk, by the way. Yeah. You guys were really able to take advantage inside today.
Yep. We just it was just an all-around team win. Everybody got their shots, and we just kept moving the ball around, and we were successful doing that.
Nobody wants to, you got to enjoy this one, but you lose a lot of seniors off this year's team, 8 seniors. So what does next year hold for Bergan?
We're going to try to get back here, just working hard in the gym like this summer, and just busting our butts.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good plan. Seemed to work out for you this year. But go enjoy this one for right now. All right. Archbishop Bergan, the Class C's 2 state basketball champions. We'll be back after this.
I'm Jenny Herstein, inviting you to join the NET Sports Partners Club. With your support, NET brings you hundreds of hours of sports action each year. You count on NET for Husker Volleyball, Big Red Wrap-Up, and all the outstanding college and high school sports action in Nebraska. And we deliver the best sports coverage to your home, no matter where you live in the state. Thanks to our mobile production studio, live web streaming of our high school sports coverage, and updates on Facebook and Twitter, NET is Nebraska's home for sports. And sports partners like you make it happen. Log on to netnebraska.org and explore the many benefits of joining the Sports Partners Club. Choose from a broad assortment of thank you gifts, enjoy insider news and events, and take pride in knowing that through your support, you put the action in NET sports. Thank you.
Sunday nights, take a break and escape with an all-new season of Call the Midwife.
All I care about is you.
Stop talking. Her royal highness will be here in less than 15 minutes.
Then, Jeremy Piven returns to Masterpiece.
We will face whatever comes our way together.
Mr. Selfridge. All new seasons.
Coming soon to NET1.
Coverage of the NSAA Boys High School Basketball Championships on NET is made possible in part by the Nebraska Soybean Board, NPPD, Nebraska Public Power District, the Nebraska Corn Board, Constellation, Nebraska Department of Roads, and by Aurora Cooperative. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the NSAA Basketball Championships on NET. We couldn't do it without your support. So welcome back to the Pinnacle Bank Arena. Larry Putney along with Andy Markowski, John Schutz. Good to have you with us as we just witnessed the best game of the day to this point. It was Archbishop Bergan knocking off Ainsworth 71-69. That's a final in overtime. Terrific final, and Archbishop Bergan wins the state championship. And this is what has happened to this point on the day. It started this morning in Class C1, a battle of Wahoo. It was Bishop Newman from Wahoo winning over Wahoo 68-47. That was a tight game until the fourth quarter when Newman really began to pull away and take charge and win the state championship in C1. Then in Class D, Randolph winning the state championship. Class B, Scott Catholic in a battle of Rivers City Conference teams. Scott wins it over Beatrice 59-45, 14-point win. And then just now, as we said, the best game of the day, a 2-point decision for Archbishop Bergan. In overtime, they win it, knocking off Ainsworth, winning that C2 title. Well, Nebraska sports fans, NET is for you. We bring you more Nebraska high school sports than any other network in the state. For more information on dates, times, you can log on to netnebraska.org/sports. Pick up DVD sales, available webcasts, it's all on netnebraska.org/sports. Final one more time, Bergan over Ainsworth 71-69 was the final. Bergan wins the state championship, finishes at 24-3 on the season. Ainsworth closes out its campaign at 25-3, and as we said, Bergan led by 4 players in double figures. Jonah Madsen had 18 on the strength of his 6 for 10 shooting from three-point range. Adam Dykman, who eventually would foul out. Dykman had 17 points, 16 from Nate Griffin. and 12 from Colton Bertico. 4 players in double figures to lead Archbishop Bergan. Ainsworth, led by Matthew McLeod, who had a phenomenal game. He was 4 for 6 from three-point range, drained some 25-footers, 31 points for McLeod. Brady Delamont with 16, and Tanner Fuelberth also with 12 points in a hard-fought, tough loss for Ainsworth. Archbishop Bergan wins the title. When we come back, Class A state championship on the way. Bellevue West taking on Westside from right here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena.